What's up, Lethal Team? Welcome to the introductory video to our team, alright? We're going to be a comp team, but it's not going to happen overnight. I'm not going to rush into it. I want this to be something that we're building possibly for years to come, you know, to have fun in 2K, compete, win. And for everybody to always have somebody to play with, alright? The thing about the builds that you guys have, or that I have asked for you guys to have, is that you're always able to play with anybody. So like, even if you wasn't playing with me, you can always play with your friends. If you like playing with randoms, you can go play in the rec with the builds that you guys have. I don't have that luxury. I don't really have fun with anything other than my build. I've been using my build for, I want to say, like the last 3 years, since like 2K17. 2K17, it was one archetype. I was a playmaker. 2K18 and 2K19, that's when I had the double archetypes. I was a two-way point forward, alright, which is playmaking and defense as a point forward. You know, I like the size and versatility of point forwards as opposed to guards. I like to be able to guard everything on the floor. That's my biggest reason for doing it. Like Ben Simmons, Royce White, Giannis, LeBron. You know, guys that can literally guard every single position. I always feel like it's the best player on the floor because you can affect the game in so many ways. So if you look at what I'm looking at now, I got Ben Simmons, Paul George, Chris Middleton, Pascal Siakam, and Anthony Davis. One thing you will notice about these guys, they all are pretty much the same height, the same size. Alright, the reason why I have them in Houston Rockets jerseys is because that's the philosophy we're going to run, alright? We're going to play Houston Rocket basketball in 2K. That's how we're going to win. Once you learn everything about the system, then everybody becomes interchangeable. Everybody is able to do this. Alright, there's a thing out there where people feel like you can't do it without me on the floor, you know, somebody that can pass, but that's a lie. I promise you, once you get the system down and follow the system, you will never lose. Let me rephrase that. I'm not gonna say you'll never lose, but it's pretty hard to lose if you follow it to a T. Alright, everybody on the team has defense in their archetype, and everybody in the team other than me has green in their build, so they're able to shoot the ball. That's what I care about. Now for Lucky, right now you currently are at the center position. I'm looking for more of like a power forward to play the 5. I mean, it could be a center, like if the center is 6'9", 6'10", but you have to put up your perimeter defense because you're going to have to be able to switch and guard guards at different times. Alright, so our philosophy on defense, and I'm always start off with defense, is man-to-man, switch everything. Meaning, if you're a center that gets switched on to the point guard, guard them. I'm at point guard. If I get switched on to a center, I'm going to guard them. Everybody on the floor should be interchangeable enough to be able to guard any position for at least like 7 seconds, because that's all you need to do. One thing about our team is we're slow, alright, which means we have to play perfect basketball. And don't get too worried. Playing perfect basketball is not as hard as you think. It's really not. It's just understanding what we're trying to do as a team and executing. Everything is going to come down to execution. If you're having a problem with something or you don't understand something, I'm going to display different videos for you to help you understand what I mean. Because when I say switch everything, situation does dictate. You know, it's going to be sometimes when they're cheesing something a certain way to where you can't necessarily switch. But that's why we all have mics. We have to be able to communicate to one another. If we can't communicate, it's going to be a long day. So I took the pleasure of putting together a team that we're more likely to go against. There it is. Alright, so this is the team we're more likely to go up against. Alright, so you see Steph Curry, the offensive threat, another offensive threat, a lockdown defender, a two-way short, and then a big ass paint B center. This is the lineup we're more likely to go against game in and game out. I promise you, once you get everything to where you're supposed to get to, these lineups are not going to be a problem for us. We always have the advantage over these guys. Like, I'll always have the advantage over every point guard because I'm bigger. What teams will then do is put this lockdown on me, but then y'all, because of the size that y'all are, now have the advantage on these little guards. When teams try to play 2-3 zone, we can always shoot them out of it. Alright, when teams get smart, and this is the biggest thing for us as a team, when teams get smart, they're always going to play it to force me to shoot. Alright? That's something only smart IQ people are going to think of. What you see in the rec, I'm going to be able to kill people just by passing. When we get to the point where we're playing against smart teams and they're forcing me to shoot, the things I'm going to show you throughout other videos and through experience, it's going to counter that enough to where that's not going to be a factor either. Now, like I said, I can't shoot, I can't dribble, which is weird to hear from a point guard, but I can pass, I can play defense. And like I said, I can move the ball enough to where it's not going to be that big of a problem. Alright, it's going to be times when you see me get plucked. I can't control that. You know, my ball handling only goes so high being 6'9" with extremely long arms. Y'all ask why don't I make this? Because, in my opinion, the build is trash. I play against this all day, every day. My win percentage is higher than theirs, I promise you. If you look at the average people that have this build, and you look at my win percentage, I guarantee you mine is higher. Alright, if you look in the proof tab, you see what I'm capable of in 2K. I'm 80% in pretty much every my career game mode. I'm 100% online, which means what I'm doing online is what I'm trying to show y'all in my career. I get there's 2 different game modes, but the team that did it before y'all did it well enough to get us to 80%. Alright? We just fell out due to scheduling issues and a couple other things, but when we had it down packed, I'm telling you, we were going against teams in the WR and any league you can think of and beating them. I used to watch the WR stream, so I know what I'm talking about. Like, we used to beat those guys. And that's where we at with it. So as we go through and start getting, you know, the little things down, like again, Lucky, I'm not telling you to make a new dude. I'm just saying consider it for 2K21. We're still going to work with what you got here and just apply it. Apply the same logic. There's a lot of things I want to show you guys. A lot of things I want to show you guys. So with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed the introductory to what we're trying to build. And let's go out there and be great. I'm out.